We are Andrews University Enactus.
Our project Seed for Hope is connecting community by lifting women in Burkina Faso, West Africa, out of poverty with our app that will help them save, plan, grow their micro businesses, and educate them on balancing business growth and enhancing family life.
Our Enactus team joined Romain Kenfak, Celebra's country director, to support their economic development project with the creation of an app.
Our team developed a unique app that helps groups of micro-entrepreneurs track their loans and establish a financial history that can be leveraged for future business growth. Through 3 partnerships in Burkina Faso, our Seed app will help women sustain their business prosperity and become connected to resources that will give their families a better future.
We're enhancing the connectedness of these women by giving them hope and promoting interaction between neighboring villages.
Our motto is to connect our community to sustainable solutions in every project we engage in.
Burkina Faso is one of the world's poorest economies, with 92% of the population living below the national poverty rate. The literacy rate among women is lower than men's, with only 4% of the older women being literate.
When we visited 4 villages, we discovered that none of the women we interviewed were literate.
Women are the primary caregivers, yet are constrained by social and economic norms that limit their income opportunities. Women in rural areas are considered to be the property of their husbands, are not allowed to own property, own a business, or sell in the marketplace without their husband's permission.
In partnership with Celever, our team studied the culture and adapted our app to their needs.
Our team went to work figuring out how we can improve the lives of women and their families.
They want to know how to keep track of the cost of a chick that dies and of chickens they eat instead of selling. We developed a mobile application that would serve as a financial tool to help the women budget, track expenses, and realize profits.
We soon found out that this wasn't just a QuickBooks application. Taking into consideration the rate of illiteracy in our target market, our team developed a completely new type of infrastructure, replacing words and numbers with pictures and audio cues.
In March of 2019, a group of 5 Enactus students traveled to Burkina Faso to test our beta version of the app and to understand for ourselves what illiteracy really looked like.
We learned that while almost all adults in the villages have phones, they do not have smartphones. If we gave smartphones to the women, their husbands would take the phone, defeating the purpose of having the app.
It was time for us to pivot in our planning. The best way to empower women would be to utilize the peer-to-peer lending system already in place in villages with female-oriented lending groups of 5 to 10 using a group tablet. The group-owned tablet would be designed to run the app with visual and audio cues to help the women with their records and educate them with video.
One tablet would be given to the president of each lending group, and together they'll keep track of their expenses, and with regular uploads, the data will be available to our partners.
We also came away from Burkina Faso with 2 additional partners, MECRA, a grassroots credit loan company, and Avres, a social tourism organization that's already paying for 450 children to go to school annually.
Our partners are working with us to expand our reach and increase our impact.
In August of 2019, our team returned to Burkina Faso with 9 tablets to introduce Seed 2.0 to 9 villages. Our partners added a series of educational videos in adult literacy, nutrition, and animal husbandry, and we trained employees of Celever and MECRA in the usage and administration of the app.
As they went through the training, our team was actively listening and adjusting the code on the app to the issues they brought up. We also worked with our partners to tailor the reports they would need to better serve the women.
In the span of 4 days, we trained Celever and MECRA employees on the back-end data management system, then accompanied them to observe as they trained 72 people from 9 villages in the app usage. We were delighted to see how easily the villagers were able to catch along.
Unfortunately, we bought generic tablets, and in the next 3 months, the tablets broke. We learned through the initial trial that some of the areas of the app needed to be improved.
In order to have access to reliable data, the villagers need to be able to upload the data on a regular basis, so our team has been working on a solution.
At the end of January, we sent 2 new tablets to Burkina for testing. Now, we are ready to launch.
We are preparing training materials for our next implementation cycle, and our goal is to place tablets in 600 villages to impact an entire region.
Through our relationship with partners, we want to support both the micro-entrepreneur and the lenders with the data that will inform their growth, empower women, and change family dynamics.
In one village, we met Tene, a 64-year-old widow who raised her one surviving child on her own. She determined that the only way to improve his life was to provide him an education. Although she was not allowed to own property, her brothers-in-law gave her some land to cultivate a little way from the village.
Once MECRA came to her village, she took out a $50 loan to buy chicks. She has slowly increased her production to raising around 50 chickens at a time, and with the sale of these chickens, she is paying for her son to go to engineering school.
When we showed her the app, she eagerly learned how to track the birth of chicks, vaccinations, and sales. Her increased production, along with tracking her finances, has helped her be able to plan for growth while being confident the money that she sends to her son is truly profitable.
Tina is one person, one story.
As we continue to grow, our partners will be able to use our data to select new villages to expand their work and offer business opportunities to more women. Gradually, we could impact the economic standing of women and empower them to become business leaders in their communities.
We have started a campaign here in the United States to build awareness about our project and the benefits it can bring to the women. We hosted an art show in a local coffee shop where we introduced the project to our community, started a fundraising campaign, and launched a tablet drive. The goal of this campaign is to raise money for 600 tablets.
As we continue to scale, there are some other critical steps we need to take to establish a solid relationship with our current partners to make our project sustainable.
The Seed app is a combination of Romaine's concept and our team's creation and maintenance of the app.
At the foundation of our sustainability is the creation of a nonprofit that joins Romaine's organization and our team to continue this work.
Mecra and Sullivan are the first partners testing our app, and as we gather data and provide them with reports and insights into their impact, we'll be testing how to improve our app so we can scale it beyond Burkina Faso.
For the future edition of the Seed app, we are developing a sustainable model where we will have different options and services available to the micro business user along with new partners.
For example, a new partner would be able to install our basic app on tablets for the constituents and gather some basic reports. A full version of reports will be available for a licensing fee, along with a fee for additional modules on the app for more advanced business owners.
These streams of income will help cover the cost of maintaining the app, additional programming, servers, and general operations of the app. Seed 3.0 will have partner integrations, and partners will pay a licensing fee that will give them access to their data and individualized reports.
Seed, empowering women by connecting them to the wider community. We are
Andrews University Enactus.
And we are
Connecting communities.